to the Let's Play Hockey podcast. I am Bryan Zollman with Let's Play Hockey, joined by former Hobie Baker Award winner, Minnesota Gopher, Mr. Hockey, Brian Bonin, and regional scout for the Green Bay Gamblers, Tom Holler. And we are going to discuss a little bit about that crazy game one, round two. The Wild got through, and you know, holy cow, what a so much to talk about, and it's like, but you almost don't even know where to start. Uh,
No, you
First
don't.
off, a couple of points that I saw or things of emphasis was, Colorado just seemed to have a different gear that we just didn't quite match up with. And I don't know if we're going to be able to match up with that unless we go into some kind of different game plan. Um, Goaltending, well, Pink Floyd, as Holler likes to call him, he wasn't great, but he made some good saves. I don't know if that's the issue. I think we got bigger issues than goaltending. I just don't know if we can stop that offense. Their transition game is unbelievable, and I mean our back catchers can't even catch their forwards when the forwards have the puck. So that's a problem. But thoughts? I mean, what did you guys think? I mean, first period, I'm thinking, okay, we got to start dropping the gloves here because we're already down three buff. We're gonna have to get physical with them or do something to slow them down. Then all of a sudden we pump in a couple and we're right back in, and then we take a 5-4 lead, and it's like, okay, this game is nuts. Um, Ended up, we're on the bottom end of 9-6 with an empty netter there. But anyway, Bonin, I'll start with you. What were your thoughts
Well, let's
on
go
that crazy game one?
all about speed. It was
Yeah.
fantastic. It just was all about speed. So many things I think tying into that. Maybe we start off with Hughes and McCarr, just like the top two defensemen in the world. Um, I don't know defensively. I mean, we could probably throw in Werenski and maybe someone like Yossi, but these two guys for dollar value of what you'd like to spend and go watch. Wow. I mean, unbelievably good. So that's super fun. And if you even think about Devon Taves, and then you think about Faber, I mean, you're talking about two of the best D pairs that you can just name across the board for the NHL too. So just super fun. Um, they all just lit it up. I mean, they're helping each other, they're helping their teams. But yes, speed wise, on the Avs, and this is not a cut on some of the guys on our team, but we just seem to step slower. I don't know if that's because they're coming out of a series, but I also was watching and kind of just saying that's the pace those guys play at. Boldy, it's why he's actually so elusive. He's fast, but he's big and lanky, and then knows how to slow cut. He makes such great plays. Zuccarello, even Kaprizov. Um, and then when we get into our checking lines, our speed drops a touch. Whereas, and I just was looking this up stats wise because I thought our good old friend Bernsey had a rough night. He was -3. But on the other side, Natushkin, however you say that Russian's name, he flies. Kelly flies, Drury flies, Colton, O'Connor, they fly.
Big
Then you
time.
got McKinnon and Natchez, and they fly.
Yeah.
So their checkers and their back pressure, it's just that much quicker in your face. And my biggest point for the night was, I don't know if I was texting you guys or my brother-in-laws too. I'm like, they're up 8-6, and Colorado isn't dumping the puck. They're throwing pucks. They're trying to score again. And
Yeah.
Hartman came down and hit the post, almost made it 8-7.
Yeah.
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 I don't think that would have stopped them.
Yeah.
There is something going on with the Avs that I thought would make this a good matchup for us and still might make it a good matchup for us. I'm more worried about Dallas, Vegas, just wearing it down, hooking you, slashing you. So I prefer this because I think they're going to give us lots of opportunities. But that speed piece, some of our D are going to have to pick that up quickly. Like you just have lost time and space because that back pressure is coming even on our top guys. And so it's harder to make that really good play because here comes that pressure. So speed. It was fantastic. A little bit back to the deja vu to the Olympics. I mean, guys are just flying. And you better get out of the way or you're going to get killed.
Yeah.
So it was good.
Yeah. I mean, Bonin said it all, right? It's I haven't seen that tempo since the Olympic gold medal game, which was even hard to believe, maybe even faster than last night's Wild Avs game. But it was close a little bit there. I couldn't agree more. It's their big guys are just faster than our big guys. And of course, north south, that's evident. But even in the small space game, the four-way directional, and pivoting, they're faster. And it's like, man, they draft for size and speed. That's a hell of a concept. I mean, we all like to root for the small guy that just busts his tail and gets after it and he's skilled. And having two or three of those guys is great. But we got bigger, we got more depth after the trade deadline. Billy G pulled in some guys, and I think it's suited, as Bonin said, to the Dallas, Vegas, and would have been maybe if we would have met up with Utah in a normal playoff
Mhm.
format. That would have done us really well. Anaheim even, but the Avs are just wow. Strap your ears back and fly, son, because that's Artemis 3 right there, I think. How do you slow it down? Well, without Brodin and Ek to help you plug up the center alley, especially the neutral zone, that's a tall task. It's a really tall task. Um,
Well, I
I
think,
think you do
yeah.
so. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, um, you got to run some kind of a game plan. Do you trap them somehow? Try to force them to dump the puck. I mean, you just go a soft forecheck in a neutral zone trap type of deal. I don't know. You think Hynes will do that, or just kind of try to freewheel with them?
Well, that in anticipation of this pod tonight, one of the notes I took is a question for both of you, but I was kind of thinking Bonin, no offense, see. But it's like if you're gonna do the, really execute the pressure and go to the, and plug up you can't plug it up, but just slow it down a half a step, you know, in the neutral zone transition game against the Avs. Do you do a 1-2-2 or is a 1-3-1 better? Or is it, brother, just hit something in front of you if you see a blue and dark red colors flash in front of you because it doesn't matter. They're just that fast and that good.
Yeah, I think this is back to the Jacques Lemaire days, maybe of
Right.
clog that middle, give them the outside. You're gonna have to give them something. I
Yep.
also threw out a message to my brother-in-law's like in between periods, the knuckleheads on TNT or TBS, whatever it even
Oh
is. I
my
don't know.
God.
They're trying to talk about it, and you got bonus in there too, saying like, yeah, drives a coach nuts when you tell a guy to cover a guy and he misses his check and whatever else he was saying. I'm like, bonus, weren't you like President's Trophy last year with Winnipeg, and this year you're out of the playoffs? And like, why couldn't you get your guys to listen? It's like you're
Yeah.
playing against the top athletes in the world in hockey. I mean, it's really, really difficult.
You
So,
just worry about Columbus and we'll figure out the Avs.
I mean, my gosh. So, anyways, I was just laughing about that because it's true. It's one of those things where you're like, well, how often can I contain McKinnon and Natchez and McCarr? Same thing they're thinking about with Hughes and Faber. I think their thought is we got to get a body on him as quick as possible, take away time and space. And for any player out there, coach, that like split second, 1 inch, whatever, it feels like a lot more when some guy's coming fast and in your face. You start to read that as a player. So your brain tells you how much time you have.
Yep.
That's what I think people don't understand about elite athletes. Their time and space is like they just know. They know when someone is slow. They know when they're flying and the other guy's got bad gap. Their brain just adjusts. So my take on this is like, take a step back, give them the outside. Let McKinnon skate around the outside. He loves to throw the puck,
Yep.
and so does Natchez. So give him the space. It will frustrate him, and they'll throw it. But to pretend you can contain him, the second he passes it, you can't contain him. So the idea is leave him on the outside. Eventually, they'll throw a puck. It's a little bit like a penalty kill. Eventually someone gets so mad that they can't make the play they want. They test you and they throw it through the middle. Be ready for it. They were throwing pizzas all last night. They were doing it all the time. So to think like, oh, okay, well then let's do our 3-on-2 the other way. And then you turn it over and now you're screwed. You have to more just say, we're going to play a little bit more in the neutral zone and D zone for the turnover. And then let's grind it out in the offensive zone. And we can't throw pucks. They can, we can't.
Right.
We just can't because they're faster. We won't catch them. They can catch us.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit of that. And I think when people sometimes look at that and go, oh, you're just playing so defensive and whatever, you're just giving some respect to certain players. You play other players a little tougher. And then knowing very well that, I'm playing against the best player in the world in McKinnon. I can't go chase him.
No.
I can't do it. And well, I know, but take his space and time away. Okay, bonus, you do it. Come on. It's like telling you to go cover Hughes, by the way. You can't do it. So that awareness on the ice, and it's not just one player, it's all these guys jumping into the play and stuff too. Hughes last night making some great plays in the offensive zone, jumping in the play. How are you supposed to tell a forward, like, cover that guy? You can't.
Yeah.
No.
So the idea would be don't necessarily cover him, make him throw it through 3 guys. If he's got to throw a pass through 3 guys and can do it, let them win. They can have those games all day long. That means they're better than us. That's cool. But don't give them free stuff. So it will be interesting. Do we look at Kings film? Those games were kind of tight, the Avs and the Kings. Why? I didn't watch a lot of that stuff. Can our team look at some of that video and go, that's exactly what happened. Let's just clog the middle a bit.
Low scoring games. Yeah.
Really low scoring.
Yeah.
So,
the Kings couldn't score on the Avs. I think they had 5 goals the entire 4 games, but the Avs didn't rip it up. Maybe they just downshifted a little bit.
I don't know either.
Well, the Kings must have done something to, we gave up 9. 8, not counting the empty netter.
Right.
You ain't going to win. We're not going to win in a shootout with the Avs. If we're going to win this series, I think it's going to be, we got to grind out some 3-2, 2-1 games. And how do we do that from a defensive side? You talk about jumping up into the play, Bonin. And I noticed a couple of times, we kind of you can easily get burned against a team like this if you jump up into the play and because their transition game, all of a sudden that puck gets turned over and they're coming back 3-on-1, 4-on-2, 3-on-2, whatever, or 3-on-1 with a back checker and bing, 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 and it's in the back of the net. I saw Middleton last night. Boldy had the puck kind of on the side of the net, and Middleton came down and Boldy shot and he didn't pass, and the puck kind of rung the boards and Middleton got trapped down. It's like, oh boy, we're in trouble,
Tarps had a brutal outing.
Tarps ain't you ain't getting back, you ain't catching, any of those guys. So
no,
I think defensively, Hughes, jump on up, Faber, jump on up. But I think we have to play a little bit more just defensive hockey, obviously. But they did give us chances in their D zone that I didn't think we'd get. And I thought their goalie didn't play very well at all. So, maybe that's a weak spot. I know he had a good season. Holler, you told me last night he had a really good regular season. But he's beatable, I think
it's Scott Wedgwood. It's not, pick a goalie. It's just Scott Wedgwood. He's got a great team in front of him. But he's beatable, absolutely. And just fire, like Lunani says, just fire away, fire on net. Look at Zuccarello's tip, which did he really tip it? Not sure, but that trickle from Boldy from the blue line went all the way over shoulders and sticks and helmets and mouth guards and trickled in over Wedgwood. And it's like, just fire when you're in a game like that. And if you get some defensive, there were 3 goals I thought that Pink Floyd, he should have had. Absolutely. Then you got the empty netter. What does that leave us? 5 goals. 2 of those I thought were 50-50s. 3 of them were, suspect on Pink Floyd. And 3 of them, the guy had no chance. I don't know if any goalie in history is making those saves.
Well, and I mean, I'd love to look at the chances too.
Yeah.
There were times where they were buzzing us.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
we're making good plays, and you
Yep.
forget sometimes, like, it's nicking somebody or it's this, but they made some great plays, 43 shots. We got 36. Yep. So again, they're not worried, and they're going to keep giving us, opportunities because they're trying to make the perfect play as well. It totally leaves goalies hanging out to dry. That's a whole nother story for us someday to be like, who are the greatest goalies ever? It's like whoever plays behind a defensive team, plain and simple. Yep. If you're Tom Barrasso back in the Pittsburgh days winning cups, his goals against was like 3.75.
Yeah.
I mean, he was like, was he good? Well, who knows? He got no defense, but they scored 7 goals. So he didn't care, and he's got 2 rings. So it's interesting when you think about that too, back to the pressure, to the, well, wait a sec, who we playing? How are we doing this? Middleton, you can jump. Yes. Yeah. Okay. But if we make a play and you don't get back, or we do make a bad play what happens then? Well, we're playing the Avs. Ooh, okay. So they're going to get down the ice quick. Yep. That's the new, I think, maybe thought process of like the ice opened up. So Middleton jumps, or so-and-so jumps that shouldn't normally. It's another thing that I think that might happen in the game last night or in the future here, is that we start getting some time and space because we're pretty good too. And guys start like, well, shit, I better jump. They go, Middleton's not supposed to be down there. It's not his role. No one's ever asked him to do that.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's like, so wait a sec. How did he get caught up? That makes no sense against the Avs that he got caught up to play, because he should be back the whole game. So this tells you a little bit about the style of play that all of a sudden gets everybody going. And if you're not all on the same page, then all of a sudden Boldy throws a puck high off the glass, wasn't thinking it, and out the puck goes, and didn't know, ooh, that just happened to be Middleton, up the ice, or who would we throw in last night, that Hunt, the other defenseman or something, someone new.
Yeah.
That's not the style of play. So it's tricky, and as a coach or as a former player, I'm only saying this because I learned it. Like, if I came down the ice, man, I'm firing at high glove or high blocker or something. And if I missed the net, that wasn't my fault. Like, my shooting percentage is pretty good. I'm going to try to score. So if some D came up, the coach probably would have yelled at the D. Like, what are you doing up there? Bonin's not going to pass to you. Get back. We're playing freaking, I don't know, Edina.
Not
We're playing Wisconsin. Yeah, exactly that. I mean, by the way, how about that power play they give the shorthander? Did you see that on their team? Just they're throwing the puck so much. Everybody looked back like, hey, who's going to get it? And they all just were like, oh, I don't know.
When Foligno's racing from the red line and you didn't get back to him, there's a lot of people rushing the net, right? I mean, but I felt like I didn't see us communicate very well. I did, I mean, sometimes you miss it, but there's a lot of times you can see it, and it's like, are we talking out there? Are we and okay, 2 new guys are kind of in the lineup. The lines are jumbled again. Fine. You didn't have that much time up. The Avs had a full week off. They're raring to go. They're rested. Their legs are good. And I'll just be cheesy and throw it out there. Is there any speck of reasoning to the Olympic revenge factor with the Canadians, with McKinnon, Makar? Hey, Boldy. Hey, Hughes. Hey, Faber. Take a lump of this, baby. Maybe. I don't know. But they asked Makar that at the end of the post game on TNT, and he said, well, no, there's not, then he finishes his sentence. He's like, so there's a little bit of that. And I'm like, aha.
Yeah. There's got to be.
But I was still mad at Ace for his comments too about ugly hockey in that game. It's like, dude, it's one game. It's the Stanley Cup playoffs. It's 2 high octane teams. You've got a dozen Olympians in this matchup. You're going to get some fire wagon puck here, guy. Okay? The defense will come. Just relax and enjoy the game.
Well, I always hate that comment, by the way. I mean, we're doing it here too. So who are we? But I laugh a little bit on like the Pittsburgh Philly game, game 7, 0-0. Montreal and I Tampa
Tampa.
went game 6, 0-0, I think, in
Yeah.
overtime. So everyone's trying to just not make a mistake.
Yep.
And then, by the way, the refereeing right now, game's too fast for them. The calls they make or don't make, they don't even know if they're making the right call.
Yep.
We should maybe have a quick review out of Toronto for every call from now on, because some of the stuff they are absolutely missing. So then you're going to play to not make a mistake, and then something's going to happen. They're going to get a power play score, and you lose, and you're like, well, we didn't even try to win. So I like right now the Avs basically said we're going to try to win, and here's what we're going to try to do. So let's see if it works.
Yep.
That doesn't necessarily mean they're going to do it next game. I can't wait to see game 2 to like, do they play first period like that, then pull back second half of the first period, or do they change the second period? What do we do? Is Manson back in the lineup, cross-checking guys?
That's a key. That's a key factor. Yep.
It is. But
he's
Ek and
40
Brodin,
points. He got 40 points this year.
I know. So, all of those little factors, do the goalies play better? I don't know. They probably both were like, what is going on?
Yeah.
I mean, as a goalie, no one's covering anybody. Like, what? Who's covering? I mean, my gosh. And a couple of times, back to poor Burnsy. He's old. We know that. He's still really effective in a lot of ways, but they pulled him out or called him out a couple of times. Couldn't find a guy. Literally couldn't find a guy. Well, again, good luck covering the Wild. We're pretty good.
Yep.
So you cover a guy. I mean, what the hell are you talking about, bonus?
Yeah.
Anyways, it was kind of funny for me because it is that tough. And for Ace in that comment, it's like,
you're there to promote the game. I mean, honesty for sure, but don't sit there and call this is an ugly game. It's just brutal. What? It's game 1.
I enjoyed the heck out of it.
4 or 5.
Yeah. Who doesn't want to watch 15 goals get scored? I mean, come on.
Yeah, because each game's got its own vibe, and it's okay. What's your strategy? How do we counter it? It's going to be like this. Next game's going to be tight, 3-2. You blew us out. Oh, we're going to blow you out now. I mean, dude, just let the world turn and enjoy the ride a little bit there, Ace.
Question for you guys. A couple questions.
Yeah, that's kind of classic. Again,
go ahead.
Yeah.
Well, that last comment on that would be the Olympics, that game. It seemed like everyone loved that game. Fast, speed, this, that. It was a pretty clean game. And we didn't get a lot of goals.
Yep.
Because the players are that good. But they were trying. Yep. It was like last night. So a little bit to the like, well, like pure game, whatever. That Olympic game was pure hockey. No one's sitting back. People were flying. It's just everyone's so damn good.
Yes.
Again, McDavid was running into the net, running into guys. I mean, you had that display happening. So it wasn't a defensive matchup.
Right.
That was flat out.
But then you had
best hockey in the world.
You had Werenski and Slavin opposed to Middleton, Bogosian. I mean, we like our guys, but facts are facts.
Oh, it just isn't. I mean, it's amazing that so many good players are on the ice last night.
Yep.
That's one thing I say, like, because you pull out Slavin and people might say, well, who's that? Pretty damn good defenseman out there in Carolina.
Yeah. He's
unbelievable.
Yeah.
You just don't know about him the same way you would about Hughes or some of the others.
Right.
I know Werenski and these guys can play hockey. Yeah, interesting. By the way, Carolina was flying the other night too. Philly was like, what is going on?
Yeah. Yeah.
Taylor Hall still can fly.
You're not playing the nursing home Penguins anymore. And I love those guys, but tick-tock.
Yeah.
It comes for us all.
Game 2, it doesn't look like we're going to get Brodin or Ek back in the lineup.
Nope.
How big of a factor do you guys think that was in this game 1 tilt? Obviously,
huge.
Brodin, I think, was maybe missed even more than Ek, just from the D zone standpoint. We just seemed a little bit too slow in the D zone. And Brodin's an excellent defenseman, defensive defenseman, excellent skater, and I think our skating is kind of what we missed there with Brodin.
Yeah, You could get by a little bit more without Brodin against a Dallas, but against the Avs, you need a healthy Jonas Brodin because of the speed, the skating, the short space, four-way, footwork, um, moving the puck up the ice and exiting. But Ek, eh, there's an interesting stat. The last 4 years that we've been in the playoffs, not the last 4 consecutive years, but the last 4 seasons we've had playoff appearances and Ek has missed games. Let me look at my notes here real quick. That's this year, 26. That's 2023, 2022, and 2021. He, for some reason, is missing games every single playoff series when we need him the most. In the games that Ek has missed, the Wild are 1-7.
I believe that. I mean, I think he's just as valuable as 97 and 12 to that team. And the things that he does that don't show up on the score sheet.
Yeah, interesting. He has been kind of hurt a lot, and I've heard he's an absolute refrigerator, like just a specimen.
Right.
The game just wears on you.
I've
tied into a couple folks who like basketball and some other sports, football, because football is just mean and tough. But brutal. I'm telling you, playoff hockey and winning a Stanley Cup is it's not even. It's just no measurement out there. There's nothing you can even like try to compare.
No.
The grind and what you put your body through and just those little tweaks and whatnot, and you play that style like Ek too, it's hard to stay healthy. Yeah. It just is, and I can't figure that out with him because I would agree. It's like he's so crucial. And it's like, because he's so crucial, is that why he gets hurt? A little bit more?
Yeah, it's
because he's doing those kind of things.
His positioning, right? He's in the war on both ends of the ice, middle ice. Yep. He's on PK, right? And it's like, you can't imagine that Thursday night's game 6 against Dallas, his boot gets caught in the ice and he kind of tweaks it and he's not even touched, and it's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Minnesota.
He leaves after that.
Minnesota without this.
Right. He'll take a cross check to the face and be back next shift, but then an innocent looking injury and he has to head to the dressing room. I mean, obviously not having him and Brodin, getting them back game 3, that's kind of what they're saying right now is we'll have him back for game 3. Hopefully we're not down 2-0.
I don't think Brodin comes back.
Is that what
I think he's going to miss the series. Yep.
Do you stick with Hunt or do you bring Petrie back?
Well, funny you asked that. I was looking at our lines from Sunday night, and let's talk about that D. So Quinn and Faber, you ain't breaking that up. I don't care what happens. Midzi and Spurgeon, and then you got Hunt and Bogosian. Boy, oh boy. And then our option is Petrie, a 38-year-old defenseman. He's a good veteran. He's long. He's got good reach. Against the Avs, boy, I don't know about that foot speed. That concerns me. One thing I might do, I might flip Hunt with Middleton and drop Middleton with Bogosian and just bang people all night long, and then have Hunt with Spurgeon, left shot, right shot, a little bit more speed on that second D pair, and let the big boys take the third D pair. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, well, Petrie's a veteran, and I think that counts for something, especially in a series like this.
He did well against Dallas, but again, the speed factor worries me with his footwork.
Yeah, Bonin, what do you think?
I wonder again a little bit about we got into a rodeo. We got into a race that the Derby on Saturday. We got into the Derby, baby, and maybe if we just keep as is and say, hey, listen, you're not the 4-horse. You're on the outside, so this isn't your year. stay back and maybe we can play more effective in that. Because yeah, I mean, Hughes Faber, they're too good. They're going to still log all these hours basically on ice, not minutes. I say let's just see in one more game what
happens.
What happens here. And by the way, do we know the injury on? I'm drawing a blank now. Brodin.
Makar?
No, Brodin. What do we think the injury is?
So he took a puck. He didn't make it over in time to do the classic, kneel down, block a shot. He kind of spun his right foot out, and the puck just sailed in at probably 90, 95 miles an hour and hit his right instep, if you will, on the left side of his boot, right foot instep. And I'm reading rumors that there's a fracture. I'm reading that no, it's just a really bad deep bone bruise. I'm sure he's hot tub, cold tub, and he's getting electric stimulation, but I'm hearing Saturday might be a stretch for Brodin. I don't know. That's brutal. But Ek seems to be maybe 70-80% by Saturday, we hope. I don't know.
It's just that grind
North Dallas. Yeah, put on North Dallas 40 for Ek and go, come on, guy. We need you.
Yeah, it's just that grind piece too, of all these things. So short-sighted to put someone in a little early because you got to get, Ek back in or Brodin back in because you got to win the series, but you can't put them in back in too early. I mean, gosh, it is a grind. Again, back to hockey, just a little thing, blocking shots, getting these little slashes on face-offs if you're a center iceman.
Yeah.
I mean, all these things that add up that it's just so hard to compete in the Stanley Cup playoffs. I don't care how good you are. It's like it really takes a whole lot of luck to stay healthy because you got to block shots. You got to do these little things now, and guys are just firing missiles all over the place. And I mean, Faber was out there once last night. He was kicking like the right foot out. It was like when we were playing goalie as kids, Zollman, on a boot hockey game. I mean, some of the stuff that's going on. I mean, holy shit! These guys put their whole life on the line.
Yeah.
Can I do we have time for another nerdy stat quick?
Yeah, go for it. What do you got?
Okay. So two things, and tell me to shut up at any time. So the three smallest guys on the team, get this. You can guess who they are, but if not, I'll tell you. They were a collective -7 last night. Spurgeon, Zuccarello, Kaprizov. I'm not saying. Okay, first line, Kaprizov, Hartman, Zuccarello, -6. Fourth line, Foligno Bros and Sturm, -3. There's your -9. There's your 9 goals. Okay, the second line, this blew me away. Johansson, Urhoff, and Boldy, +3. I'm wondering, do you take Zuccarello and flip him and Boldy so Kaprizov has somebody to play off of who's got some length, some size, some grit that can maybe get down low? I love Zuccarello with Kaprizov, but I wonder if you don't bring Boldy up to the first line and make a statement there. Just a thought.
I thought
there you go.
The line combos was a little odd.
Didn't it seem awkward?
Yeah. Not really sure what we're thinking there or not. And again, Boldy's been so good. So maybe you're like, okay, he can anchor this line, so-and-so can anchor this line. And then you got to look at matchups because I did look too. I can't remember the exact number here on the minus side. Let me look this up again and just so I don't screw it up. Colorado, they're kind of checkers. If you looked, they picked up Roy from Vegas.
That's a good move.
And he was -2.
Okay. Kadri?
He was -3.
Whoa.
Really? Ross Colton was -2, another pretty good checker. So it's like it was just one of those weird nights where can they match up with us as well. So back to your, like, do we put Zuccarello over here? Because we do have to look for some matchups and kind of go, we got to run and gun with their groups too. Because I don't know. I mean, I wasn't that good, but as a highly skilled guy, usually the highly skilled guys, we don't pay attention to defense very well. So
that's Kirill's problem.
Well, maybe a little bit. Or I think last night they ripped on him once on a faceoff that he went out to cover McKinnon, like what to do. And he let McKinnon pass it to Makar, and so he shouldn't have done that, or something where I was like, okay. I mean, are you serious what you just said? You want to let McKinnon come down right down the pipe and fire one, or you want to let him give it to Makar? Those aren't good choices.
Right.
So yeah, maybe a little bit of a better player can manage that. But part of me is, you got to win that faceoff. Somebody's got to get out to McKinnon so that Kaprizov doesn't have to go over there and leave his guy open. And matchup-wise, that's a faceoff. It can't be your line. You got to find a way to say, like, our top guys go against their top guys as much as possible, even though they're going to match some lines. But you can do a better job of that and not get into, I don't know. It seemed like last night we had a more of a chess match going on with these lines. So I'm excited to see the next combos thrown out here, game 2.
I'm hoping and really, really praying that Hynes, who I now refer to as the Cheshire Cat, gets a little bit more animated behind I don't say changes personality, but give me a little bit of, hey, we're going to tweak this. Lean over and talk to this line. Lean over and and get some mojo going and adapt a little bit on the fly, because I didn't see much of that last night. But again, maybe we're overreacting to one game with our 2 best structurally defensive players out.
Yeah,
that hurts. It's a problem. But if they're healthy, I think we can battle back. Even if we're down 0-2, that's brutal. I'm not saying it isn't, but if we can get them healthy, we're going to give Colorado all they can handle. But we got to have them back.
We do. It ties into matchups when we get the home games too. Last change.
Big time.
So
big time.
Again, we got to figure out something here now in game 2 that's enough different that just tells us something. We still got a chance to win no matter what. I don't think no matter what our line combinations are, it can't get much worse than 3 rip in the first couple minutes. So we can try something different with the ready to maybe make another change in game 2 that gets you thinking about game 2, game 3, game 4, when we really need to know, okay, face-offs. We can't win against Roy, so we can't have Kaprizov's line. Fine. But make sure you know that.
Right.
And why not? Like, what is it that we need to do? Put Boldy in there just to tie him up? What? Because we don't want Kaprizov out against Roy and the big boys, So yeah, it's an interesting thing. We got to learn some more things about them. I was just looking again here, like a Brock Nelson too. He slides in there, like he's hard to defend against. They got a lot of weapons. We got to figure out some stuff about a 7-game series, not a 4-game series, not a 5-game, a 7-gamer.
When we first started tonight, Bonin, you brought up those guys that are so fast and so slick. And then you mentioned Brock Nelson here, and it's like, he's 35, is he? And yet again, 6'3", and that guy just glides effortlessly. And he's one of those skaters that he's not really moving that fast. How did he just get from the red line to the what? How below the dots already? He's so sneaky fast. It's like, hey, Bill Guerin, here's where you make your moves: free agency and the draft. Long, fast, speed.
Yep. I think
no more lollipop.
I think Colorado did a bit of that with some of the guys, like Ross Colton, where they picked him up out of Tampa after a couple cups, knowing like, hey, we need checkers on those 3rd, 4th lines that can, whack some guys, beat up some guys. The Folinos do a nice job with that. But time and space is more important now than ever because they're letting guys play.
They are.
So if you can't get there on Hughes or Faber, you're in trouble. They'll pick you apart.
Yep.
So speed is just becoming so much more important than I ever thought.
I was trying to look up the power play. I don't think we've dealt with Colorado's power play yet. how many chances did they have last night? That's what I was looking up, and all of a sudden that video started playing.
I think it was 3, wasn't it? Were they 1 for 3?
What were they? 1 for 2.
1 for 2? Okay.
We were 0 for 3. Ours wasn't great either because I love our power play, especially with Zuki back out there. Again, they come fast.
Yep.
They've got a little bit more speed. Dallas had those bigger 5 defensemen,
Yep.
that Lindell, can just block every shot that you ever throw at the net. So they
Vishal,
played a different.
Biscal.
Yep. Now you got guys like, yeah, but like McCarr doesn't even want to block a shot, or Taves, they'll do it, but they're trying to come and get you to make you make that play and cough it up. So we got to adjust there a little bit too.
Yeah.
So
it's going to be interesting. We haven't talked about goaltending. Stick with Pink Floyd. I think you got to. I don't think we make a change. If he has a bad game tomorrow, then I think Hynes
I
probably
agree.
pulls the trigger. But
I agree.
I think you got to stick with Wallstedt. I don't think he played that poorly, to be honest. I mean, I think Colorado was just
You got to
firing
give him
missiles at him.
some structure in front of them. Yeah, give him some structure and then clear the paint, so he can see around some. I mean, you got to see the puck. Now, he's culpable on a few, don't get us wrong, but I think the message is to Colorado is this is our guy and we're sticking with him. Now, if it's 4 goals and it's 4-1, okay, Gus, get your butt in there and let's figure out what's going on here, because we're going to need some. We got 2 Swedes out that are hurt, right? And both our goalies are Swedes. Can somebody step up? Let's go. I still think it's Pink Floyd, but we'll see.
We will see. And that game is tomorrow night. You'll hear this pod probably on Tuesday. So the game will be tonight if you're listening to this pod right now. But a rough game 1, fun game 1 to watch, and lots going on here for game 2. We're still going to be short Ek and Brodin, and we'll see if they stick with the game plan and try and wheel and deal with the Avs and just try to outscore them, or if some changes are made and they go into some kind of more of a defensive trap type of system. Puck drop, I think 7 p.m., right?
Right. 7.
All right. Even the young bucks can watch it. That's good. All right. Anything else, fellas, on the Wild?
I don't think so. I think I'm
All right.
good for now.
All right. All right. We will touch base after game 2. Make sure you check us out at www.letsplayhockey.com. We are on Facebook. We are on Twitter. You can get the pods there by following us on social media. For Bryan Zollman, Brian Bonin, and Tom Holler, we will see you soon.